Hello there and welcome back to Non-Dairy Cards. Today we've got another one of these Costco Donruss boxes that are $55 in the store if you can find them, or $110 for 2 boxes online. What's really nice about these is you do get that jumbo or oversized downtown, which they look really nice, even if you're not a huge collector of the oversized. There's not a whole lot you can do with them, but right now these are things I'm putting on my shelves. And this one is what we got last time, the Saquon Barkley reverse hurdle, which looks really cool. And then you've got the pretzel at the bottom, which is also delicious looking. So you can't go wrong with a pretzel and a reverse hurdle. Last time we didn't really talk about what's potentially included in here. So on the back you can see what Panini has as kind of the options. There are a few different kinds of autographs or signatures that are in there. You don't get a ton of those. I have not seen any of those pulled personally, either from some of the content creators out there or even what I've done personally. You do tend to get in every other box or so one of the relic cards or the patch cards. I haven't yet pulled anything numbered yet, so I'm not sure how frequent you're going to find those. You can potentially pull the downtowns, which is great. I have not pulled any of those either, outside of the oversized downtowns, which you get one in every. There is the optic previews for the rated rookies, which it's only rookies on the optic previews, which is really nice. Obviously, this is their first card, so having the ability to have an optic preview on those, although depending on the card that you get, they're not always that well cut. I've noticed the quality control on those isn't all that great. And then there are a number of other inserts that are nice. The rated rookies retro, those are some of my favorites. I've only in the 5 boxes that I've opened gotten 3 of those. And then you have some of the other inserts that are really nice, and we'll see some of those as we go through. So without further ado, let's go ahead and rip into this. And last time my wife got double patches in damage box, so I went for the damage box this time. So hopefully we get similar luck as we go through here. And you get to hear the background of the box getting ripped open here, because these things are difficult to open. Now, once you get into them, it's not that bad. Pop this open here. It's the worst kind of ASMR possible. And as I'm getting through here, I know I'm saying a lot, and I apologize for that, but I'll get better with that as we go along, or maybe I won't. And you might want to just go double speed or mute me and just look at the cards. Who knows? But we'll go ahead and open the downtown here, see what we get. And this is a duplicate. I already have pulled this one, but it's a really cool card, and I think it's good representation of the Green Bay vibe here. You've got your ice fishing, which reminds me of Grumpy Old Men. So you want the Green Hornet to strike again. So really cool looking card, and again, these are just nice to look at. The refractor element of that is really cool, and so we'll go ahead and put that up in the background here. And last time I forgot I had these stands, so I didn't really put anything up here. But we'll try to get some cards that are worthy of the stand. Let's go ahead and rip into pack number 1 here. And like I said last time, you do get 2 cards on the back that are base cards, so I like to pull those forward. So you've got D-Hop, Drew Brees, Drake May, who's really coming into his own, Jacoby Myers. Which, funny story about Jacoby Myers, is anytime I list a card and use the AI, about 25% of the time it says that there's an auto from Jacoby Myers on the card for whatever reason. I don't know why that happens, but there's phantom Jacoby Myers autos that the AI thinks is out there. We've got a press proof of Blake Groupie, Demetrius Knight on the rated rookie, Demarius Douglas or Pop Douglas here, Travis Etienne. And we've got the Road to the Super Bowl, Saquon Barkley here. If you're an Eagles fan, this is a great set for you because there's so many different Eagles inserts in here. That's a cool looking card there. And then we've got Kelvin Banks on the Pandora. So what I've noticed with the Pandora is the centering is always a little rough on these. So you can see kind of at the bottom here, it's very off-centered. Not nearly as bad as some of the other ones that we got last time. So, for example, I'll pull over the Quinshon Judkins that we got last time, which you can see that's awful. Let's go ahead and rip into pack 2 here. Got Jamison Williams. Let me go ahead and pull these forward. Dontavian Wicks, C.J. Stroud. Got Jamison Williams, and skipping things here, Jalen Ramsey, who's now on the Steelers. Tyreek Hill, Cheetah on the press proof. Maxwell Hairston on the rated rookie here. James Conner. Travis Kelce. And then Legends Series here, John Brody, old 49ers quarterback. Nice to get that. And I really like the kind of laser, I'm not sure what they call that here, but that wave sort of explosive refractor on that is fun to see. And then we've got Tyler Loop. Always good to get a kicker on the inserts here. So nice to get that optic preview of Tyler Loop, and probably the one that's most okay to drop here. Go ahead and hop in here. There is a lot of Jeff Garcia in this set. I've noticed. We've pulled 3 Jeff Garcias thus far. So again, you get a lot of base cards in here. Jeff Garcia, Quinyon Mitchell, JSN, Vinny Testaverde on the press proof here. James Pierce on the rated rookie. Tank Dell, DJ Moore, and then the Panini Instant of Jake Bates, actually giving the Vikings their first loss last year. They had lightning in a bottle for a minute there, and then Dak Prescott on the throwback or anniversary card here, which these are really cool looking cards. I like the design of this. This does really give you that 90s throwback vibe here. So good looking card on that. Go ahead and pop into pack number 4, I believe, here. And we can already see John Elway on the back here. You got DK, John Elway, Tua, Khalil Mack, Brian Robinson, Tony Dorsett on the press proof here. Tyler Shuck on the rated rookie. Bryce Young. Kyron Williams. And it looks like we were shorted an insert on this one. Normally you get 2 inserts in here, but not going to complain about getting the Gridiron Kings of Lamar Jackson. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's got that canvas feel to it. So a little bit thicker card stock, a little bit nicer feel on the card itself. So throw that over in the nicer thing. You know what? We'll go ahead and throw our Gridiron King of Lamar Jackson up here, so we've got something in the background. Let's get into pack number 5. All right, Isaiah Pacheco, Nick Chubb, BTJ, Jim Kelly, Xavier McKinney on the press proof, Riley Leonard on the rated rookie, Joe Horn, Michael Penix, and Baker Mayfield on the Dominators. Again, one of those inserts that has that nice little geometric refractor vibe to it. And then Action All-Pros. This is another one that I don't see as much. I think I've only pulled a couple of these, but kind of a fun-looking card, especially if you're a young collector here. That it just has that comic book vibe to it. So really nice card there. Get into pack number 6. You got Eli Manning, who much better broadcaster than quarterback. You know, two Super Bowls, that's it. Obviously joking. Jalen Waddle here. There's the Eli prime time. Got Will Anderson Jr. here. Xavier Watts on the rated rookie. Derek Harmon on the press proof rated rookie. And then Zay Flowers and Chris Jones. And then we've got the rookies of Jalen Royals. So another one that has that nice geometric vibe to it. And then, oh, nice, we've got a Michael Williams for the 49ers, first-round draft pick this year on the Pandora. So we'll go ahead and get him up on a stand here as well. We'll hop into Pack number 7. Another John Elway and DK Metcalf. And that's another thing that you'll notice with these is the concatenation is not the greatest in some of these sets. So you do get a lot of duplicates because, there are a lot of base cards here. But I've noticed, especially those last 2 cards, I feel like that it's the same order pretty frequently. And we've got great front office and tight end Ozzie Newsome here. Jack Sawyer on the rated rookie. Tutu Atwell. Chris Godwin, and then we've got Derrick Henry on the Action All-Pro, so actually pulling a couple of those from this box, which is nice, and then Matthew Golden on the rated rookie Optic Pandora preview, so we'll go ahead and throw him up here next to Mykel Williams here. And last pack here, this one does feel a little bit thicker, so might be the same thing. We get that last pack magic, or maybe it's just we get that extra Kid Reporter card. So we'll see what happens here, but we'll pull those last 2 cards forward. Got Matthew Stafford, Daniel Carlson, Drake May, Jacoby Myers, who I told that fun story about, Travion Henderson, who hopefully gets a little bit more of a look in New England, Kelvin Banks on the rated rookie. And we did get a patch card. We got Nick Bosa on the Pro Bowl game. So these ones are interesting because it's not a jersey. It's an actual T-shirt because they didn't really wear jerseys for the Pro Bowl. So, again, it's not actually from any event here. But we did get a patch card here on the last one. So we'll go ahead and put that up here on the stand. Put that forward so we get a little bit something there. Ed Reed, Harold Carmichael, and Kyle McCord on the rookie Gridiron King. So actually pretty solid box as far as some of the nicer inserts that you're getting in here. Still, you've got some of the quality issues that you see with some of the cards. A little bit of the concatenation issues here, but some really nice cards that you can still pull through here. So if you just like the look of the cards or the feel of the cards, these are fun to collect. You're not getting your value back on those unless somebody really wants the downtown that you pull. So I know looking at like the Jackson Dart downtowns, those go for a pretty good penny on eBay, but most of the other oversized downtowns aren't going for much. But we got our Nick Bosa here. We've got our Lamar Jackson on the Gridiron Kings, and then our 2 superstar Optic rated rookie previews with Mykel Williams, who has to kind of hold down the fort for the Niners, and Matthew Golden, who's really an electric receiver. So be interesting to see how he improves, and especially with us getting that giant downtown of his. So definitely have to root for him a little bit unless he's playing against the 49ers. So hopefully this was fun for you guys to watch. Let me know any feedback that you may have, and apologies for the ums and the lip smacking things, trying to figure things out so far. So thanks again for watching, and have a good one.